And in this video, we're going to talk about the book, Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to give you a summary of this book, and then I'm going to share with you the 7 golden lessons that are hidden throughout the pages of this book. This video is for one of 2 people only. The first video, or the first type of person that this video is for someone that's read this book and they just want a quick recap of the most important parts of this book. The second type of person that this video is for someone that wants the knowledge, wants the information, wants the tools and the strategies in this book, but they just don't want to take the time to read this book. A lot of times in books, not all the time, but a lot of times in books, especially in the self-help or personal development space, there might be, 10, 20, 30 pages of a book that is summarizing and kind of expanding on one point. And, that's great and all. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm the type of person, I just want the information right now. Just share with me what that point is so I can take that knowledge and go apply it in my life. So that's the point of this video. I'm going to share with you the 7 golden lessons that are in this book, which are basically the 7 most important lessons in this book, that once you know these lessons, you can apply it in your life, and it will dramatically help you improve your business if you have a business, or just make more money in general, because it's the 7 most important principles in this book that not only am I going to share them with you, I'm going to show you how you can take each of them and start applying them in your life right now today to see results. So, with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, lesson number 1 from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is get desire. It's good to have desire. And what is desire? Desire is emotion that will help pull us towards our goal. We're emotional creatures, and all that means is that we react based on emotion. So, if we're, sometimes I get a little angry about something, or I'm pissed off about something, and sometimes I get emotional to want to go eat some junk food because I'm kind of being, the emotion that I have is kind of pulling me towards the junk food, even though I shouldn't go eat it. It's kind of pulling me towards, the emotions pulling me. Another example of this is when I was in 7th grade, I gained a little bit of weight. Here I was a little bit chubby. So what I did is I wanted to lose the weight, and I always had this vision in my brain of me during the summertime, standing at the pool in front of the diving board with a nice flat belly that I didn't have to suck in because I lost the weight, and cute girls walking by and seeing me and me feeling like I'm the man. And I used to get all excited and passionate and emotional and really want that desire. So that vision that I created in my mind actually pulled me to help me focus on being healthy, not eating junk food, and it allowed me, it pulled me towards my goal. So step number one is to get a desire, get a strong burning desire inside you of what it is you want to achieve, and not really what it is you want to achieve. What's that going to do for you? How's that going to make you feel? What's that going to do for your life? What will others think of you when you achieve that goal? Things like that. Number 2 is faith. We got to have faith. Now, a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs, because I'm sharing a lot of this stuff with entrepreneurs, is they don't necessarily like the idea of faith. And the reason is sometimes us, we're kind of tangible. We want to see things right now. So, at least for me, I struggled with faith a lot. Faith is very important. Why is faith important? Because if you have a goal, if you want to make some money, you want to lose weight, whatever it is, you could actually apply this to a couple different things, a couple different categories besides just making money. You're probably not going to make $1 gazillion tomorrow. You're probably not going to achieve your goal in a couple hours. A lot of times you achieve a goal, especially if it has some substance to it, it's probably going to take a few months, probably it's going to take a few years if you really want to achieve our goal. So having faith in the process, in yourself, is important. That you might not have the result you want right now, but have faith in the process, trust the process, and just kind of keep chugging along and taking action. Number 3 is to make a statement and repeat it daily. So what Mr. Napoleon Hill recommends doing is making a statement of how much money you want to make, or how much weight you want to lose, or whatever it is. Again, you could apply to different things. We'll just use money for the rest of the video. But make a statement of, all right, by this date, have an exact date, I will be making X amount of money per time frame, and I'm going to sacrifice this for this. So why is this important? We don't want to have some fairy tale thingy. We want to have a concrete end result of what we want. So, maybe the date is 10 years from now. So on this day, on this month, on this day, 10 years from now, I will be making $1,000 a day in profit, working no more than an hour a day tops, and I am going to spend 4 hours a day every day to work on my business so I can grow it up to that point. Now, why is this important? Well, you want to have exact time frames so you're getting pulled towards that direction. And the other thing that's very important about the statement is, what are you going to sacrifice? This is very important. I've tried a bunch of ways to make money doing nothing, and they never worked. I'm not saying they don't work, even though I do not believe that they work. But a lot of times, like if you're going to, let's say you want to make whatever your income goal is, you're probably going to have to dedicate something to that, learning a skill set, taking action over a period of time. So it's important to put that in the statement. So when you look at the statement and you read it, you say, okay, this is my goal, but this is what I told myself I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to practice some delayed gratification, and I'm willing to invest some time into making my dream, into making what you want a reality and manifesting it into the world. This goes into number 4. Step number 4 is autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is basically just ingraining what you want into your brain. How do you do that? That statement that we wrote out about a minute ago, we're going to read that upon waking up and before going to bed. We're going to read that every day when we wake up and every time right before we lay down to rest in the evening time. Why are we going to do that? This goes over what we talked about in the beginning of the video. This allows you to get some emotional leverage on yourself and gets you excited about achieving your goal. The other thing this does is, a lot of times we're going to run into problems, especially if you want to make money and start a business. There's going to be lots of problems that come up. So reading the statement twice a day, upon rising and before laying down, it keeps you focused on your goal. So when you're going to, I'm telling you, if you've ever started a business and had success, you know there's lots of problems we run into. So as we are running into problems, repeating that statement kind of keeps us focused on our goal. The final thing it does is it keeps us focused and on track, especially in the world we live in. There's a lot of different businesses out there. Okay, I'm not blind to any of it. There's a billion businesses out there. And especially if you're on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, you probably see ads all the time trying to advertise different money-making opportunities. What do a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with? Shiny object syndrome, where they try this for a few months, and this for a few months, and this for a few months, and they become a jack of all trade, a master of none. They spin their wheels for years. They actually are taking consistent action, but they're not making any money because they never buckled down and got really good at mastering one specific craft. The statement, the third thing it does is it keeps you focused on your goal, keeps you focused on building the business you're at and not jumping around from thing to thing to thing. Number 5 is acquire special knowledge. Acquire special knowledge, what's that mean? Well, in order to make money, you're going to have to be providing a product or service into the environment, into the economy, and people are going to have to pay you for that. And in order to make a good amount of money, you're going to have to acquire some sort of special knowledge or a special skill set. A skill set you can develop that will make you a lot of money. So like, for example, if some of you guys know, I got 3 businesses now that are all just running, and they're fantastic. One of my businesses last year alone, I did over $500,000 in. But, there was a point in time where I used to have a bunch of junky jobs. I used to push carts at Walmart. That was one of my jobs. So when I was pushing carts at Walmart, making $8.10 an hour, I didn't really have a skill set. So in order for me to go from someone that didn't know anything about anything and get the skill set needed where the market rewarded me by paying me over $500,000 last year, I had to get specialized knowledge in actually a few different things. So it's important to understand this because it puts, the programming is important. And it's good to have that positive programming and read that statement twice a day. But when you combine that with acquiring special knowledge, then you really start to see things take off. Manifesting is important and having positive thinking is important, but it's also important to go out there and learn a skill set and to take action. And this moves us to step number 6, which is organized planning. We got to put a plan together of the actions we're going to take to reach our income goal. If we just hope to make a bunch of money, you could try it out. Maybe for a year, go to the corner, and on the corner, just hope and read your statement that you're going to make a bunch of money. There's probably not going to be $1 million that falls through the roof that lands in your pocket. You're going to have to combine, humans must combine positive programming, positive, conditioning. It's good to have positive thinking or clear thinking. Both are good. But combine that with putting a game plan together of actions you're going to take. What are actions? Well, let's say it could be, I'm going to buy this program, and then I'm going to spend time going through this program, and then I'm going to take action on this program, and maybe it'll be buttons you're pressing or ads you're putting up online. Or maybe it's going to be, maybe you're getting into real estate, so you're going to start calling up real estate agents, and you're going to start looking at places you're going to buy to fix up and flip. I'm just kind of making some ideas out there. If it's an online thing or something you're doing online, it's going to be clicking buttons. But you got to put a game plan together that you can execute and take action on. And this leads us to the 7th lesson, which is persistence. Again, we're not going to probably hit our goal overnight. If you're someone, the average person is making about $33,000 a year. So let's say you're making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, and you want to be making $100,000 or $200,000 or $500,000 or $1 million a year, or even $1 million a month. It's probably not going to happen overnight. It's probably not going to happen in 1 or 2 months. It's probably going to take a handful of years. So simply by understanding that you're going to have to be persistent and persistently take action and give everything time in order for you start to see results, it allows you not to get discouraged. I had a friend of mine, and she was selling like perfume and makeup stuff on eBay. And she'd been doing this for like 4 to 6 weeks. So she hadn't been doing it that long, but she was actually selling items and making money, and she stopped. And I said, well, why'd you stop? And she said, well, I just didn't feel like I was making as much money as I should. And I said, you're doing great. It's been like only a month, month and a half, and you're already making actually some pretty good money and seeing results. There's a lot of people that start businesses that don't start making money for 3, 6, 9, 12 months or even longer. So just understanding and having the awareness of, you got to give it time, and you got to persist, and you're going to run into problems. I would love to tell you you're going to run into problems. But just having that awareness when you run into problems, when a week goes by, a month goes by, even 6 fucking months go by, and you're not at where you want to be, understand that you just need to keep taking action, keep moving forward, and keep following the other lessons that we talked about in this video. So that's what I got for you guys. That is the summary, the 7 golden lessons in Think and Grow Rich. Now, what I will share with you just real quick is one of the first questions, probably the number 1 question I get is people say, Aaron, you've been in the money-making space now for about 12 years. And this is about 12 years. Say, Aaron, you've tried pretty much everything to make money. I've done the MLMs, I've tried selling stuff door to door. I've opened up a restaurant that I lost a bunch of money with. I opened up a detail shop, a kiosk at a mall. I've done a bunch of stuff online. Pretty much done it all. A lot of people that I talk to want to know how they say, you know what, Aaron, I want to start making money. I'm motivated, but I don't have a lot of time. I'm working a job. I don't want to put a bunch of money into something. What are some things, what are some ways I could start doing right now to start making money? So what I did for you, just because I like to provide as much value as I can to the people that watch my content, is if you look in the description, so if you're on your cell phone or your computer, if you look at that thing underneath there and you open up the description, I put together a free report for you that will reveal 3 different specific ways you can start using to make $100 a day online fast. Each of these 3 ways are 100% free to do. Each of these 3 ways you need no prior experience or skill set to do. And each of these 3 ways you can start using and seeing results pretty quickly. With some of them, I'm telling you, in 1 to 2 hours you can start seeing results. And the reason I put this together is, there's better opportunities than others. There's some opportunities you got to put $10, $20, $30,000 in, or hundreds of dollars in. And sometimes people are just looking for a way to kind of get started, start off on this entrepreneur journey. So once they're making, even if you don't hit $100 a day, and let's say you do half of it and you start making $50 a day, it can be a very nice extra income, and you can kind of start growing it from there. There's no recruiting, there's no sales in any of these three things. And these three things you probably haven't heard of before, because it just thanks to the internet. They just were able to be around. They just kind of had the opportunity of being around over the last few years. So anyway, if you like that, feel free to get that free report. It's in the description below. And that's what I got for you guys. If you guys got value from this video, feel free to let me know in the comments. I love getting feedback from people, because if I could take a book that took me a few days, or if I was kind of spreading it out, maybe a couple weeks or a month to read, and I could give you the most powerful lessons, so you can go out there, take it and apply it in your life, and start seeing results right away. That's the kind of stuff that I like. My name's Aaron Goldston. You have a fantastic day.